Parents, this is a very exciting time for you as well as for your kids, and it can be just as nerve-wracking. You are also getting ready to send your child off to college within a few months, and where you're going to send them is obviously a really important question for you. As your children are getting their results, it's really important to do a few things. One, celebrate every success. Perhaps your child got into a school that your child is very excited about, you may not be so excited about. It is still a major accomplishment, and celebrate every success. You will know that you may not know, your child will be so ecstatic and looks to you for guidance and acceptance, and looks to you to see your reaction to a given school. And that has a huge influence on their perception of that university. So celebrate every success. Such a stressful period for your child, and you want to make sure to support them. If your child is accepted, cheer, be really happy, huge hugs, lots of screaming, totally appropriate, or whatever feels appropriate for you. If your child is deferred, acknowledge that this is fantastic news. You know, many kids actually take a deferral like a rejection, and that's actually not the case. In many cases, kids will say, I wish I had just gotten rejected. That's actually not true, but they say that and they feel the sting of the deferral, because they feel like I'm still having to wait. And so talk to them about what this means and let them know that it means that the college really likes you. There's just new information or more information that the school needs before they can make a decision. So treat it like a celebration, treat it like a success. If your child is denied, sit down with them, comfort them, acknowledge that this is something that is a part of life. Getting denied is not an indication of your child's performance or abilities or attributes. It's usually not an indication that he or she should have done anything better, stronger. It's just unfortunately part of the admissions process, and also part of life. Getting denied is actually a part of life. Perhaps share with them stories of when you didn't get something you were hoping for, had been really planning for, and how you overcame that. Talk about how it will make them stronger. In the short term, they may not be ready to hear it, but they are listening, and it will soak in and it will help them again in the long term. But sit down and talk to them about every decision. More than anything, just be there for them. You may not always need to give advice. Sometimes just your presence can be a huge factor for them. And acknowledge that this is not going to be the only thing that's going to be important in your child's life. There are many, many, many colleges out there that are amazing. And what we're looking for, and hopefully you're looking for, is, the school where your child is going to thrive and be successful and set the foundation for the next phase of their life. I think it's always a good time to reevaluate what's the right fit for your child or for the family. Initially, I hope you spent a significant amount of time thinking through your college list and building out a list that was really well-rounded, and full of colleges where the whole family would be excited to become a part of, right? And have your child attend. But at the same time, things change. That list was probably built about 6 months ago. Your child has now matured, has potentially found new academic interests, new skills, new strengths, and potentially looking for something different. Also, as you get closer to actually choosing a school, location starts to make a bigger difference. Location, distance from home starts to make a bigger difference for the parents and for the child. So it's always a good time to go back and reevaluate. Now, I would say if that you are still waiting for more decisions, I don't think that the list will shift drastically. And remember, the hard work that you put in early on, this is where it starts to pay off. It's meant to be the foundation so that when you're moving forward, you're like, nope, we did the hard work. We're okay where we are. And then, of course, in April, May, when you're making that final decision, you go visit colleges and you really get a sense of which schools feel right for the whole family. You take into account cost, location, distance, obviously academic opportunities, extracurricular opportunities. Perhaps there's a city that you're really excited about or you have family in, or perhaps it feels a little bit more isolated and you're not excited about that. So you definitely take every single factor into consideration. And I will say visiting is just invaluable. Being on campus, getting a feel for the school, meeting other students, meeting the administration, meeting the faculty, seeing the dorm rooms, seeing the classrooms. There's this gut feeling, this intangible that you just can't get from reading websites and watching videos. Just being on the campus is really important. Getting admissions results is always very exciting, but also can be very disappointing because perhaps it's a school that a student's been thinking about for such a long time and the result doesn't come out to what he or she wanted. And again, it's natural, but again, it can be very disappointing. And also the mood on high school campuses can feel very different. There's going to be a little bit of excitement, some disappointment, some sadness, some shock, some awe, so many emotions happening all at once. But I will tell you, and I see this every year, is that whatever the mood is right now in April, when your child knows where he or she is going to go, when all of his or her friends know where they're going to college and they all have their college sweatshirts and they're all thinking about summer and thinking about getting together when they come home for the holidays, the mood shifts drastically and everyone is happy. So they all settle into and get really excited about the school that they're going to attend. So there's this very short period of uncertainty that might be left if you haven't gotten into a school early decision or early action that you know your child will attend. But I will promise you that it shifts and everyone becomes really excited, especially when you go visit the campus and you see what a great environment it's going to be for your child, and your child beams and gets so excited about going to college, and you'll just be so proud and excited and ready. It's a really drastic shift. So hold out hope, know that it will all work out. It doesn't mean that you don't have to work hard. It doesn't mean you have to be not thoughtful in your decision-making process. All of that still applies, but doing all of that was going to lead to really amazing outcomes.